listening to WFTU. You guys may remember me from the Pop Rock Hour. This is Regina, and I'm here with Johnny Bhive, a new upcoming artist from Long Island. So here he is to give you guys an exclusive interview right here on WFTU. For all those who don't know who you are, just introduce yourself, background, all that fun information.
My name's John Bauer, and I'm from Lafayette, Indiana, home of Axl Rose, home of Izzy Stradlin, home of the late, great Shannon Hoon, the lead singer of Blind Melon. Do you know who Blind Melon is? Okay, good. All right, good. And I saw what those guys can do, and I decided that I wanted to do this. As a young kid, I would sit and play to the cows, because back in Indiana we have a lot of pastures and stuff, you know. And there was this this big well in the middle of the pasture, and I would get up there with my guitar, not even knowing how to play because I was like 11, and I'd play to the cows, and they never cheered or anything, but they just sat and stared at me.
They moo at you?
Yeah, so that was my first real audience. You know, that's what I really wanted to do with my life, and then I played in many, many bands, and then by the time I graduated high school, I started playing in a really popular band in Lafayette. We were playing like around regionally, like all the small areas, you know, like your boroughs of New York. Well, these were the boroughs of or Lafayette, Indiana, you know. And then in '98, I decided I'm gonna go do this. So I packed up a guitar, I packed up my car with a bag, and I took off, and I went to Florida. And I met a guy down there, George. We started writing songs together, and then I ended up in New York about a year later, and then I was playing some really, really big shows around here because my friend Bob owned Moonshava Lounge. I don't know if you remember that era.
I've never heard of
that. Well, WLIR was actually out out in this area, but now it's out east, but it was out in this area, and they had the Vanderbilt. So I started playing like really cool shows because Bob was connected with LIR. He had his own radio show on LIR. He was a DJ, and I hooked up with him. We started playing like Vanderbilt shows, and I was playing like all the small stuff, you know, like Sev and 727, and then finally Maroon 5 was coming through, and then Phantom Planet came through. Yeah.
Yes, I was there for those.
Were you really?
Yes, I was.
I opened up a couple of those shows. Really? Yeah.
That's funny. I went to go see Phantom Planet there.
Right. Have you heard of Tripside?
Yes.
In Grayscale?
Yes.
Wow.
I love Tripside.
All friends of mine.
That's great. Yeah, we actually interviewed Tripside, a few of my friends.
Really?
Yeah, we had a website of our own, and we interviewed them and brought it up on that.
I'm really good friends with Ryan Siegel and Frankie Martinelli and all those guys.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a small world.
I know, right?
So do you know Jess Katz?
Yes.
You do?
That's probably why you look familiar. I know.
Wow. So she's actually done work for me in the merch department, as she does for everybody else, you know. So it's crazy, man. It's just a small world.
I guess I have seen you live then. I just don't know.
Well, actually, I opened the Phantom Planet show up with just me and a guitar, and then they played twice actually at the Vanderbilt, and I opened the Maroon 5 up show once, and then let's see what else I did. The Garbage show there.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah. So I did a lot of cool shows, and then we went out to Hollywood, and I was out there playing a bunch of big shows. I did a Goo Goo Doll show.
Oh, wow.
A friend of mine, he works for Universal Records, and she was dating Johnny Resnick at the time, and, hooked me up with some stuff, and I was out there doing a lot of stuff. And then I moved to Vegas, and I was playing like a madman. And then I moved back here with my tail between my legs.
Not knowing where to go next?
You're not knowing where to go next, so... Now I'm pretty much just, bouncing around. I'm actually roadieing for a band called Sickest Monday. They're a great
Oh
band.
My God. I love that.
I grew up with Jimmy, the singer, and I went to high school together back in Indiana, so we're from the same hometown.
Oh, wow.
So it's a small world. The whole community is
My friend actually introduced me to them. She's like, you got to listen to this. She's like, I usually listen to metal, but this is amazing. And she gave me the CD. Yeah. I played it on my show.
They're amazing, man. Yeah. They're a great band, and they're actually out on tour right now in Indiana. But they're always out on the road, you know. So I usually end up going with them, you know.
Did you ever get a chance to play downtown?
Yeah, I played downtown quite a bit. I played with the Smithereens. I played with Tonic. I played with Stage, which is now Ryan Starr. He played for. We're getting a phone call in here. If you don't haven't already noticed. Hey, let me get that for you. Hello, FYE. I'm just kidding. I didn't answer the phone. All right. So I opened up for a lot of bands there too. You know, the downtown was a great thing.
Yeah.
And did Mulcahy's a lot. Did I've done the Crazy Donkey quite a bit. You know, so it's
Okay.
you know, it's a tight knit family on this island. You know, it's hard. It's crazy that we're sitting here talking about the same people.
Yeah, I
We
know,
probably
right?
ran into each other and didn't even know it.
Exactly. That's really funny. I knew
Because
you
you know,
had that familiar face.
I'm pretty easy to
but
forget. So
you had a
know.
familiar face, and I knew I had
Right.
seen it somewhere, but I guess now I know where it was from.
Right. Maybe I'm not promoting myself well enough.
I don't know. I know I saw your face.
Yeah, you ever heard of Johnny Bhive? Yeah, through my friend that I work with.
Well, you kind of answered my question of what venues that you played.
Right.
What venues do you hope to play in the future?
Obviously, Jones Beach. I mean, that's like everybody's dream,
That's
you
the
know.
home,
But yeah, but I also want to play the Verizon Center back home in Indiana, you know.
Is
So
that
all
a
my
big
friends.
place? Where
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. It's where all the big guys come.
bigger than
you know.
Madison Square Garden? Or?
No.
No. Nothing.
I don't
top
think
that?
anything is bigger than Madison Square Garden, you know.
Would you want to play there one
Oh,
day?
of course.
Be open
Of
for,
course. I would love to.
Who would you want to open for, or who would you want to open for you?
You know what? I would love to play with Mellencamp someday, because he was like, he does so many good things for his people back home, you know, and like the farmers that are starving and the government doesn't give a crap, a darn. All right, that's fine. You know, Mellencamp and Rob Thomas is one of my big influences. You know, Jimmy from Sick as Monday would categorize me as like a soft rock. You know.
Okay, so
I have a soft side to me. You know, I can't be mean and yell and scream like.
Yeah, I noticed it's very soft. That's what I like. That's why I like Tripside, because they were very.
Yeah.
You know.
Very. Oh, let's see. Do you know who I am?
I love that song. That's my favorite song.
Yeah.
This is great. I know.
I love those guys,
I didn't know
man.
it. Okay. You basically also answered my other question about
Right.
But what was your favorite performance so far?
Probably the Maroon 5 show. I got to play in front of like 3,000 people.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It
people.
was amazing, you know.
Yep.
So.
Okay, so that's your favorite one.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself musically 5 years from now?
Well, hopefully I'm tackling the radio waves. You know, I mean it's almost impossible. People say, but I don't. My belief is nothing's impossible.
Have you ever? I know that you're doing a show in August, and it's presented by WBAB with singers. Have you ever been on his homegrown show?
No, never.
Okay, because he actually has a homegrown show on BAB at 11 o'clock. If you send in the
once
CD.
a week, they feature a band, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I edited for him when I
did?
interned, so.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, so
Fingers is a rock star, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I didn't know if you put your album on there yet. You could
Right.
always send it to him, and he'll, put it on for you.
Right. No, I have not. I mean, I never understood the whole homegrown thing, you know. And plus, LAR and WBAB, and the downtown and the Muchaba was like feuding way back in the day. I mean, I don't know if you knew the whole feud part or whatever, but Bobby, the owner of Muchaba, was managing me, and he worked for LAR, so.
So
you know,
you couldn't do both of them.
Right.
Yep.
It was that. I mean, and that's the way it worked. That's the way it worked because it was such a big feud, and you know, I didn't want to ruin the thing I had with Bob. You know.
It's understandable. But for songs, where do you get your ideas from? Do they just pop in your head? Do you have a special place where you go?
It just
and write
happens. Like whatever goes on in my life at the time is what I write down and what I feel. You know. That's it. I don't do drugs. I'm pretty straight edge. You know. I like girls.
Well, that's good. Speaking of girls, for all those girls out there, for all your girly fans, are you a single guy?
Very single.
You're very single.
Yeah, I don't believe in relationships anymore. I just don't. I've been hurt too many times.
Well, maybe you'll find someone.
You put too much effort into a relationship, and then
it ends up.
Yeah, it ends up going sour. But you know, and then you look back and you're like, oh shoot, maybe I spent more time on myself than I did on them. You know, because I mean, when you're in a relationship, it's like, you know, you got to put 75% in, because if you don't.
That's very true.
You know that.
Yep, that's pretty much. I know, but believe me, I know that. Can you expect to get a full-length album out anytime soon?
Yeah, well, you know what, I say that, I've said that to so many different people, but the thing is like when you're paying $500 a song, and you're living out of a bag, and you work a night here and a night there, it's kind of hard to, you know.
Yeah, actually get into a studio.
Right, yeah. I mean, they work out a deal to where I can pay them off and stuff like that, but they have, you know, big hitter. Do I have a booger? You're like...
No, I have my silver booger, right here.
You have a silver booger?
I have a silver booger.
Did that hurt? I want to get my nose pierced.
Yeah, it hurt for
Did
me.
it?
But I'm a wuss, so.
Really?
Yeah.
but you got through it.
Yeah.
Wow, I want to get my nose pierced. Do you think you can pierce it right now? We could do it like on
right,
the radio.
like a live thing, like Howard Stern thing.
Yeah, might as well, right? I mean, it'd be something different.
Hey, do you got anything sharp?
Do you have a needle? Do you have a needle or something? Hello, FYE. You're on the air.
You're on the air with Johnny Bhive.
Let's see if this will work. This might work.
That would be a paperclip.
It might hurt, though. I don't know.
What are you doing?
Next we're going to start getting like naked women in here and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
We're on Howard Stern now.
Strippers and all that good stuff.
We're on Howard Stern, yeah. Okay. Is there anything you would change about your past as an artist? Would you do anything different? Better? Like
I would probably work a lot harder than relying on other people. Like I've had managers in the past that didn't really know much about the music business, but you know, put some money into me, and I'm a faithful person. I have three, I call them stepping stones, like George in Florida and Sonny in Vegas and and Bobby here on the island that have put, you know, equal parts of amounts of money into me to help further what it is that I'm trying to do. I'm not going to call it a career because usually, I mean, when you get up there, it could be a one hit, then it's done. So is that a career? That's certainly not a career, you know.
Yeah, you'd rather be someone that you hear that song and you know it's you and
Yeah.
it's there for.
Yeah, I just want to make a dent. You know, I want to serve my purpose in life, and then, you know, if the good Lord needs to take me, then he can take me, but I'll be happy with actually have done it. You know, I've done it. So that's it, and that's pretty much it. Just taking care of the stepping stones and not putting, you know, my life in someone else's hands, my whole life in someone else's hands. It's also it's all right to find people that like to help, but you also have to put forth an effort too.
Yeah.
You know?
Is there any advice you want to give someone like yourself that's just starting out? I mean, that's pretty much advice right there. But
I'm still just starting out.
Well, if there's
Every
somebody
day
like
I'm
you know
still
that.
starting out. I live out of a bag.
Yeah. Well, do you have any advice for the people that are?
Yeah, just keep working hard, man, writing songs. That's it, you know?
That's all you got to do, right?
That's all you got to do. I mean, I would totally take someone else's advice over mine because I still live out of a bag. And I live on people's couches, you know?
Yeah.
And I work odd jobs, and I'm not a rock star yet, but I'm still trying. This is Johnny Bhive. You're listening to WFTU Radio right here at Five Towns College, where anything is possible.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you on how it hurt to say goodbye. I'm aging with all these empty reasons of being a champion in your eye. I'm tired of saying that I'm sorry. I'm tired of wasting all my breath. So why don't you go and be unfaithful and leave me my broken heart to rest? I will be me. You make me say that there's always something hanging over me. I will be me. I'm breaking it down with no confusion. I'm leaving it all for you to see. I'm happier now that I have ever been. So why don't you just let